What is up, everyone? JD here. I hope you're doing well today. We're going to be looking at the Kunwu Django. Let's get into it. Okay, what we're going to be doing today is we're going to do some size comparisons, profile comparison, check the weight on this one, and then we'll go ahead and jump into my thoughts and impressions. Let's kick it off with a couple of budget knife comparisons. Here it is against the Migron Moriarl. So you can see this is actually more of a medium-sized EDC. I honestly thought it was going to be a little bit bigger, but I am pleasantly surprised. Here it is against the Civivi Boltusk, and as you can see again, medium-sized EDC, no surprise there. Move the Boltusk to the side, and we're going to bring out the Spyderco Shaman. As you can see, it is a little bit smaller than the Shaman. We're going to hang on to the Moriarl to the side for the profile comparison, and we're going to bring out another medium-sized EDC, and that is going to be the Spyderco Para 3 Lightweight. A little bit more blade length, but very similar handle length on here. Both had that forged choil, which does really lend to the ergos on this one. Let me go ahead and move that to the side. Since we do have the Para 3 out here, we'll go ahead and compare it against that one first, and you can see with the contoured scales, the Django a little bit thicker, and then with the Moriarl, very comparable. So those contoured scales do make this have nice girth to it, which does help with the ergos. We're going to jump into that in 1 second. Here it is with the weight coming in probably around 4.7 ounces, so not too far off. 4.7, I figured it'd be about that weight. And the reason that it does weigh a little bit more, and it is an interesting thing, is because they do these steel liners on the inside. They do mill them. But there's still liners on the inside, and it might be a little bit more helpful. Let me do I have this on a lower setting? Hopefully not too bright. You can see it's going to be really hard to tell. The steel liners in there are hollowed out, and so is the titanium, but they go the full length of the knife. So I do believe that it does help add the strength, but I feel like they could, and I guess the reason they don't do that is because they don't want the extra screw in the middle. I was getting ready to complain, but I'm going to hold on to that. Let's talk about the ergos. This thing is super comfortable. 3 fingers fit comfortably behind, and 1 finger fits very good in front. You can see that the edge termination, or the edge of the blade, is far enough back to where you can get your finger into that trigger pull grip very comfortably. If you're choking back, which I feel like is a little awkward, it is 3.5 fingers for me, so I do fall off the back a little bit, but I feel like the natural position, just like the Para 3, is up here. And again, you can see I am behind the blade's edge comfortably. I do not feel any sharpness at all. And as you sharpen, I think it's just going to continue to keep that edge away from the finger. So very comfortable. I love how Kunwu does this diamond texturing. It's my favorite texturing on titanium right now. I have a couple that I really do like, but this is definitely my favorite. It is very comfortable. Having said that, they need to put a landing pad underneath their pocket clips, regardless of which one you use. This one does come with the steel wire clip if you do not like the titanium, but the landing pad is just going to make it go in and out of the pocket a whole lot easier. But this one does feel like the tension's good on it. It is not a tapper, and it does go in and out of the pocket nicely. You also have these really well done, I love these on their crossbar locks. The crossbar lock studs, very, very good to get a hold of. Very, very nice to use. It also has really good action. I think they've done something to tune up their crossbar locks. While it is a little bit awkward with the large hands for me to do the thumb hole deployment, I can do it. And then the reverse flick for me, I just got to let my finger kind of rest right in front of the crossbar lock. Don't know if you'll be able to see that between the fingers because it's going to try to concentrate on the fingers. It's going to be really hard to demonstrate this. But what I'm doing is kind of laying the finger here, and then I'm coming in and just letting it rip. And it has enough tension to where I can deploy that comfortably without it being an issue. And I have found kind of laying it, again, lower on the hole, the opening hole, and pressing in towards the scales, that really is the most satisfying. So you can see I don't have to like straighten the finger out. It's girthy enough to where I can kind of just rest it in the natural position, and I'm able to really deploy that. It's just there's not a lot of access for me, and I have to get right onto the corner for the thumb deployment. I don't know what the answer to that is. I hate to suggest what I'm about to suggest because I think some people might get mad at me. But it may be, let me grab it because I actually am carrying it today, that you kind of do a Demco here, right? So really satisfying for the reverse flick. And then thumb studs, oops, I have the magnets on this one. Thumb studs really comfortable to deploy, and then that reverse flick. So I don't know if you could do like, instead of it going all the way up, just put a thumb stud right here, and it'll almost look like a stop pin, and then keep that hole for the reverse flick, because it is pretty satisfying to deploy. Now, I feel like because it does have the cutouts, I think this would be a good candidate for those magnets. You may be able to see that down in there. It's right here by the pocket clip. I think this would be a good candidate for the magnets, but I can't see in there too well. So I don't know if these would be too big. Actually, I think they would be too big to fit in there. So you might have to do smaller magnets, like the smaller radius magnets on here. There's plenty of clearance, I think. I think they could work. But anyway, I'm getting way sidetracked, guys. Way sidetracked. Let me set this to the side. Springs feel good. Deployment feels fine with the thumb. Feels good with the reverse flick. It does have that fuller there, but it doesn't feel good to deploy it. It actually kind of loses a little bit of its zest on that deployment. And you see I was resting my finger, trying to come down, resting my finger on that crossbar lock. And what I'm doing is I'm kind of pushing that crossbar lock in, and it's not really satisfying. I like right here. For me, that's the best spot for it. Oh, it kind of hurt my finger there. And then this one here, it is a little bit with the girth to get in there, but satisfying to deploy, and I like the looks. Let's jump down to the garage really quick and talk about the cutting performance. Okay, we're down in the garage. We're gonna check out the Django from Kunwu. I really love their stuff, man, and I'm super excited about this one. Ooh, wow, you can tell, guys, when you run through a piece of paper, you might not think it says anything, but it is such a clean edge, and already I can tell the geometry on this one is gonna be outstanding. Let's go ahead and check it out. Golly, Kunwu, please. This is like the 4th or 5th knife in a row that I've checked from them. Good night. I mean, guys, I am telling you, these edges, there's a little bit of tape on here, I can see it. These edges from the factory are just ridiculous. Holy cow. And they do a really good job on their heat treat. A really good job on it, guys. I'm just going to handle it a little bit more, and then when I'm ready, I'll go ahead and insert this into the full review for this, the overview for this. But I'm not going to lie, I'm kicking the tires on this one. Let's kick it back up to the table. As you can see, the LMAX on here, really thin behind the edge, guys. Really nice factory edge. It just absolutely laser beamed through the cardboard, and it cut through the paper before and after really good. I like the jimping. It puts you in a nice spot here to kind of control that cut through the cardboard. Plenty of flat spot here for those power cuts. You got enough surface to break down what you need to break down, and then you got good belly here to be able to do some of your detailed work. Now, it's not going to be really good for table down. You're going to have to really come up to get to those tips there, or it's a really awkward bend in the elbow to kind of get out to the tips. So detailed work, draw cuts, things like that aren't going to be that great with this one, but it is a Bowie clip. not really designed for that. So a good companion carry would be the Hedgehog, the Lake Chaplin Barlow, and the pouch down in the pocket with this one. But I really do like the aesthetics of this one. This is a really killer deal right now. I'm looking at their website, and it's listed right now for $239. And I don't know if that's because it's on sale through the end of the year. It's Saturday before New Year's Day on Monday, so it could be on sale. I will say the regular price is advertised at $269, and honestly, either are really, really good prices. I like this one a lot. It actually has me thinking about picking up yet another Kunwu, but it's such a different design. I actually like this one more than the Pulsar. I like the style of this one. I love the ergos. It's medium size, which I like. I think it would be a good candidate for some magnets. I think some magnets would do really good. I might spend a few more days with it though, just to see, is it newness or is it that I really love that design. That reverse flick though, super satisfying. Man, it's satisfying. I like it. I mean, it really is tempting to me. So I guess let me know what you think about this one down in the comments below. What do you like? What don't you like? Do you like the price? Do you like what Kunwu's doing? Do you wish it was a frame lock? Just tell me all about it down in the comments below, guys. I really do love to hear that stuff from you. Shout out to everyone out there that likes, uses the links, comments, is subscribed. Shout out to those channel members out there. You're getting that early access to this one. Thank you all for the support. I appreciate it. I love you guys. I hope you have a fantastic week. And until next time, peace.